the second part of my video or my live stream yesterday. Today, we are going to talk about men who are at 40, 50, 60s. Okay? We are talking about men who are at 40, 50, 60, and how they are supposed to respect themselves in marriage. When you get to a particular age, you stop doing some things. That is the truth. When you are at a particular age, you don't do things like you used to do them. All right? Things changes, and therefore you have to change too. You cannot be living your life at the age of 40 when others are building mansions, their dream homes, still sleeping around, doing the gigolo thing that you used to do when you were 20 years old. You can't be doing that thing. That's the gospel truth. Sometimes we just need to tell you just as it is. Somebody will talk to you just as and tell you just as it is. Because probably you're doing it too much and you need someone to talk to you. Okay? Every single man who is 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and you are still looking for how to sleep with other women when you are married, shame unto you. That is the truth. Shame unto you. That's the truth. Because at that age that you are, you're not supposed to be chasing any woman. You're supposed to be thinking about where you lay your head. You're supposed to be thinking about how you'll be happy when you retire. Not thinking about how to remove women, clothes of women, panties of women. That is not how you're supposed to behave. Not finding ways and means to be fighting with your wife. That is not how a decent man who respects himself behaves. And some of us call ourselves Christians. So if you're a Christian and you're a Christian husband, you're supposed to respect yourself and behave as such. Especially when children are involved. Children are watching you. When a man gets up and thinks that he can go out to anywhere you want to go without anybody asking him, because they think that they are men. So nobody is entitled to ask you, where are you going? And what time should we expect you back? You can't ask your husband, where are you going? And what time should we expect you back? As soon as you ask him, he will tell you you are insecure. That if anything happens to him, the police will call you. What about your family people? Because your family people know that you are with a wife. And therefore, if anything happens to you, they will go to that woman. If anything happens to you, your family people will go to that woman. Any man that will tell the wife that you shouldn't know where I am, when I'm going out, you are irresponsible man. That is the truth. You don't want to, German person will be verantwortlich. You don't want to be somebody accountable. You don't want to be accountable for anything. You just want to live your life anyhow, recklessly. And that is not a good leadership as a man, as a husband, when you are raising men, boys. Because your boys may be thinking that that is exactly how they have to also treat their women when they marry. They'll be living reckless life and they'll be thinking that, oh, when we were growing, this is how our daddy used to do it. So we too, we will do it. That's the right way. A lot of children that have gone wayward is all because of how their fathers were behaving at home. Because they think that is the right thing to be doing. So when they grow up, they will also be doing the same thing. When you are at the age of 40, You don't expect somebody to sit you down, to talk sense to you. You sit down and understand that life is difficult, especially when you are living life in somebody's country. You don't expect somebody to sit you down and tell you that you are at the age of 40, you are 45, you are 50. Sit down and think. Where would you lay your head tomorrow? That is what you are supposed to be thinking about. If something happens to you, do you have anything at all to rely back on? Especially when you are in somebody's country. If they ask, if something happened and you have to go back to where you came from, are you ready? There are better things to be using your time and your brain to be thinking about. There are certain things that when you get to a certain age, you don't do them. You don't expect anybody to sit you down to tell you that at this particular age, you don't do this, you don't do that. You're no longer a baby. For anybody to sit you down and tell you that, when you are 40 years old, you are 50 years old, you are 45 years old, literally you are getting to 60 years old. So you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. This is how you should treat your wife, this is how you shouldn't treat your wife. No. At that age, you are already old man. Old man. That should be advising your grandchildren and your children when they are messing about. There is a man that at the age of 60, at the age of 60, this man still had a girlfriend. Okay? This man still had a girlfriend. And his concentration was diverted from wife and children to that girl at the age of 60. At the age of 60, where is your strength? At the age of 60, why are you humiliating yourself? You are literally a grandpa. You have grandchildren. Why are you humiliating yourself? You understand? Why would you be humiliating yourself at that age? Continue to go this way. Why would you be humiliating yourself at the age of 60? And sometimes it is so sad that you see people who call themselves Christians. They are indulging in things like this. So what about those that are not Christian, that are literally, they have declared that, hey, as for us, we don't believe in anything. What should they do? What are you expecting them to do? Christians are supposed to be teaching good examples for their children at home to study, to learn, so that they can spread that good character in the streets for other people to see. But if you, and then they also change. But if you are a Christian and you can't impact even your children, your own children, with good character, with manners, with simple manners, then your community has a problem. Your family has a problem. Your community has a problem. The nation has a problem. Because if every man at your age will be behaving the way you are behaving, then the whole nation will be having a big, huge problem. It is better to live a life that is pleasing unto God than a reckless life at your age. That man, for 60 years man, 60 years old man that I'm talking about, at the end of the day, the girl abandoned her. Because the girl will get to know, of course, who you are. So the girl got to know who he is. That he's nobody, he has nothing to offer him, to offer her. Okay? He has nothing to offer her. Has children all over the place. And has a wife. You have nothing to offer the girl. So the girl literally abandoned her. After the girl has drained everything, the little that he has in his account. At the end of the day, you've left your marital home. You've left your children. They have seen what you did. You abandoned them for another woman. You abandoned their mom for another woman. Do you think those children, when you are aching, when you are in trouble, they will turn their eyes on you? You think those children that you abandon and they abandon their mother, when something terrible is happening to you at your old age, you think they will turn their eyes on you? They remember everything you did. So they won't. They won't. This man at that age had to go back to the village, left the city life, go back to the village. At the age of 65, the man did not even have anybody to call his own. He was so lonely. Did not have anybody beside him at that age. Nobody to cook for you. Nobody to clean for you. Nobody to wash anything. And you are living in a village. And all your children saw your wayward life. So none of them want to help you. Is that what you want? Is that what a man at the age of 40 is supposed to be aiming at? Is that what a man at the age of 50 is supposed to be aiming at? Is that what a man at the age of 60 is supposed to be aiming at? Because children are watching what you are doing. They are watching. Children are watching. And they will respond to you at the right time. You may break the heart of their mom, but those children can never forget what you did. Even if their mom forgive you, the children will never forget it. Your reckless life that you led, and you were training them to live the same life. Telling them that you can walk out on a woman anyhow. If you are a man and you can get out of a house freely without being accountable to your wife, you have a big problem. Because when your wife also start doing that, you will say your wife is cheating. Meanwhile, you are the one cheating. And when you continue like that, one day somebody will pack their things and be left and be gone. And you wouldn't even know that the marriage is over. So don't start what you cannot finish. If you are a man and you are at that age, don't start what you cannot finish. Don't start it. You remove people's panties from your childhood to your age, and you still want to continue to remove strangers' panties. You are not ashamed of yourself. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? At your age, 40 years plus, married with children, you still want to continue to remove people's children. You still want to continue to remove strangers' panties. You should be ashamed of yourself. You still want to continue to create trouble in your marriage because of a stranger. Shame on you. Shame on you. Some of you men make marriage so difficult. Last time a lady called me, she said she's tired of this marriage thing. She's tired. People that are calling me complaining about their husbands cheating and all sorts of things. It's not funny. It's no longer funny. If you marry somebody, you have to respect that person. Because if you did not come into that person's life, definitely that person will find someone to come into their life. So as long as you are in their life, respect her. Respect your wife. And your wife also is supposed to respect you. Respect is supposed to be shared among each other. Not only one man, not only a man that will be asking for respect. The fact that you are a man does not mean that you can get out of a house without telling your wife where you are going to. And when your wife asks you, you will use this thing, manipulation, to silence her. It's like you beat a child and tell the child, keep quiet, don't cry. That is manipulation. If you are not accountable to your wife wherever you are going, you are a manipulator. That is the truth. And at your age, you shouldn't be manipulating your wife. At your age, your wife is definitely also old if you are that age that you are. So peace is what both of you need. You can't be manipulating a woman that is more than 45 years old. You can't be manipulating a woman that is 50 years old. And you are 50, you are 60. You are getting to your grave, you are still manipulating. Are you taking manipulation into your grave? Would you take manipulation because you are a man into your grave? There are some things. Your mom who is dead in the grave will not get up to come and talk to you. It's your wife that will tell you. Your dad who is dead and going to the grave will not get up from the grave to talk to you. It is your wife that will tell you. So we will tell you, but we are telling you in a respectful manner. That is the thing. We don't want to insult, but we will tell you in a respectful manner what you are doing, and plain, so that you will understand that what you are doing is wrong. What you are doing is wrong. Don't end up being thrown in the village, abandoned by your children. And some people that do not know what you did with your life, they will get up and be saying your children are wicked children. Your children are disobedient. Your children are disrespectful. No, it is what you planted in your children. That is what you will be reaping. What you plant is what you will reap. What you sow, you will reap it. That is how life is. Life is so fair. Justiceness is in this karma that people call. That is the truth. God himself is a justice God. So don't think that you can maltreat somebody, you can bully somebody, you can do all sorts of things to somebody and silence them because of marriage. Marriage is not in heaven. When you die, and it's gone, it's finished. Everything is finished. That is the truth. People should not be treating their wives like trash in the name of marriage. No human being deserves that. No human being deserves that. You should be accountable to your wife. And your wife should be accountable to you. You want your wife to be accountable to you, but you are not willing to be accountable to your wife. And you are not ashamed of yourself doing it in front of your children. Your children will see. And when they see, they will be thinking that is the right thing to be doing. So if you have any respect at all for yourself, change your attitude. Change your wayward character. At the age of 40, 45, 50, 60, change your wayward character. Because at the end of the day, you might end up being in that village where you have nobody to take care of you. Your children will abandon you. Your children, they will abandon you. Your grandchildren will grow up and will come and hear what you did. Shameful thing. So at that age, you don't do those things. And when you are with a woman for so many years, a woman that has stand beside you, a woman who stood beside you in thin and thick, you don't treat that woman anyhow you want. A woman who will be there for you in every situation, in every circumstances, you don't treat that woman anyhow you want. Treat that woman with respect. So that tomorrow when things have passed by, like things have come to an end, where you people, this life has come to an end, where you people will stay and enjoy your lives, you will have good memories. All the stress in this world, all the work, stress and all sorts of things that are going on in this world, after it all has come to an end, both of you, you and your wife that you have suffered with, will be able to enjoy a peaceful life. Not that you are in your house when you are thinking about what to eat. The next morning, somebody comes that, oh, you impregnated my child many years ago. And this is the child that came out of that impregnation. Somebody will come and tell you, oh, and they are not feeling well. We need money. And at your old age that you don't have, you want your peace of mind at your old age. You definitely want your peace of mind at your old age. Not for people to be knocking at your door, bringing trouble. At your old age, you want peace of mind. And peace of mind can only come when you look for it, when you work towards peace of mind for your tomorrow. That is how it is. You will get your peace of mind. You will enjoy your future, but you have to work for it. You don't just get peace of mind at your old age unless you have planned for it. You have worked towards your peace of mind. That is the truth. So at the age of 40, You should be able to have built your dream home at the age of 40. But when you were young, you were using your waist, winding your waist on every hole, every woman that you will see. Any hole that you will see, you will remove your trousers and enter into it. It's not every hole that you enter that you come out alive. It's not every hole that you will enter that after entering into that hole, you will be who you want to be. Your destiny will be changed. That is the truth. It's not every hole you will remove your panties and enter into as a man. That is the truth. There is a proverb that goes like, if you are walking behind somebody's house and they are advising their children, they are advising you should stand and open your ears and listen. At the age that you are, you don't need anybody to come and advise you. You're supposed to know what is good and what is bad. You're supposed to know what can destroy your future and what can give you joy. There is no joy and peace. There is no joy and peace in behaving like a gangster, a ragamuffin at the age of 40 that you'll be getting tomorrow when you retire. There is no peace of mind that you will get, because this your Roro Pioto, removing panties everywhere you will go. It will only cause you sorrow. That is the truth. Removing young people's panties. Every woman you will see, you want to remove their pants. Roro Pioto, it will only end you up in sorrow at your old age. So at this your age, look for how you will get peace of mind and enjoy your life when you have retired. Look for how you will get joy and peace of mind when you retire. This is not a time for you to be behaving as a teenager because you have children in the house who are watching. Don't destroy the children, and when you will be gone, the children will follow your nasty ways of living. No. You have to plant good things in your children. You have to leave good legacy. What is a good legacy? Your character is a good legacy. If everything is not money, your character is a good legacy. Leave a good legacy. That is a good character for your children. Let them have good manners. It's not by screaming and shouting, but your action that you take. That is what the children are learning. I don't even know how some men will be 40 years old, 45 years old, and they are supposed to be leaders. We are supposed to give them respect, and then themselves, they don't respect themselves. You want a woman to respect you, and you will just walk out on a woman, behave anyhow. Would you be able to stand in when the woman starts behaving like a woman? Would you be able to stand it when a woman is behaving like a woman? When you have what is good, thank God and hold it well. That is the truth. When you have what is good, thank God. Unless you don't know that what you have is good. If you can't see what you have is good at the age that you are, you will never know what is good. And it will be too late before you realize. That man that was 60 years old, that abandoned a wife. That girl also abandoned her. That is the truth. You think there is a place that is better than what you have. There is another woman that is better than what you have. You're looking for a better woman at your age. Grandpa, you're looking for a better woman at your age. You have stayed with a woman for so many years. The woman has stood beside you in thin and in thick, in sickness and in sorrow and in pain, in poverty and everything. And at your age, 45, 50, 60, you now realize that the woman was not a good woman. So you want another woman. You want respect from that same woman. You want respect from your children when you behave waywardly. It's sad. Very, very sad. I pity a lot of men who do not understand the power of a woman. I have to return to this side because this is very beautiful tree. Well, so all this ranting, what all this ranting is about is you men at that age should show respect to your own selves. Respect your own selves. There is nothing in this world that you are looking for. There is nothing in between in between the legs of another woman that you don't have already in your house. There is nothing in between another woman legs that you don't have already or you have not tested already. Testing officers. Testing officers. Age of 45. Age of 50. You are still testing. Testing in between women legs. Check your character. Because you're definitely you have a bad character. That is why at that age, you'll be looking for another woman to remove their clothes. Be telling your children, wait until you see that person. Implanting bad character in a child, a little child. Planting bad character in a little child. So that the little child will also keep that memory. So that you will know that, okay, in the nearest future when I'm married, I can also do that. Because I saw my dad do that to my mom. And my mom never knew because my mom, anytime my mom asks, where are you going? They will shut her up. So you can also do the same. Bad character, bad attitude. This is why a lot of marriages are breaking down. Just because of bad men like this. Irresponsible men. Many marriages are breaking down because of irresponsible men like this kind of man. There are good men out there. No doubt. There are men who respect their wives. There are men who respect themselves and respect family. So they will not go out there and throw their legs, winding their waist on other women. They will not go out there plotting how to destroy their own home. Plotting how they will destroy their own children unaware. Unawarely, you are destroying your own children. Unawarely, you are destroying your own family. Until it happens before you get to realize that, hey, I've destroyed my home. It will be too late. It will be too late. While people are busily out there looking for money, how to build their empires, leave a business legacy for their children. You are out there at your age, busy looking for how to remove people's pants. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you are a man at that age, and you are out there, whilst others are busy looking for how to get money to build properties and leave it for their children. I'm here ranting for all women that are being cheated on. Women that are quiet in their marriages, that their husbands are treating them like trash. I have heard so much. I've heard so much. I've heard so much. I just need to talk. I just need to talk. Maybe some of you will change by the grace of God. So that we will have decent homes. So we will have decent, well brought up children that will not turn their community into war zone in the nearest future. We are almost going to die soon. Yes. From the 40, I am more than 40. So from the age of 40 going, you should know that you are getting closer to your grave. So anything you are leaving behind, any bad character you are leaving behind for your children and other children in their community to continue the bad character. That is the truth. Look. So beautiful, isn't it? Oh, you two people. I have so many stories to tell, but I'm not that type that always wants to be, unless I'm really pushed. I'm not that type that wants to be talking all the time. Unless I'm really pushed, and then you can see that from the way I talk, that I'm pushed to talk. When you get to a particular age, you expect some particular character in people that are in those categories of age. You don't just, society is not just you as a wife, but society also expects that. And to wrap it all, Almighty God also expects to see. Because it's no longer about just you. It's about children. It's about the whole family. It's about the society. It's about the entire nation. Somebody sang, heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me. Yes. How can we heal the world? If men at 40, men at 45, men at 50, men at 55, men at 60 are still chasing young women, are married and have children, they have family. They are not thinking about how, at their age, they are not thinking about how they can build a business empire, something that their children can take over. The Bible says a wise man leaves properties for his children. A wise man. A wise man. That means the one that is not wise does not do that. Will waste his time, use his time. To do what children will get nothing out of. Very sad. Very, very sad. A wise man. It's in the Bible. The book of Proverbs. A wise man leaves property for his children. A wise man. So at the age of, when you are coming, and you are at the age of 20, 25, 30, by then you have already started building stuffs. You have this, you have that, you are planning, fighting for your tomorrow, because you will get married. And as soon as you get married and children start coming, that's it for you. Your life has ended. You have to sacrifice your life. You have to sacrifice everything left for your children. Sacrifice everything left for your children. You can no longer be living a reckless life. You can no longer be living a life of challenge. Who are you doing that challenge with? What are you doing challenge with? What are you doing challenge with? If you have any challenge you want to do, get back to your knees and talk to God. Ask him to forgive you and lead you and guide you. It's sad if people call themselves Christians and they will live reckless life, live anyhow life. When you go, you treat your wife anyhow you want. And then you go back to God. Oh God, please forgive me. If I were God, I would slap you until your head tears off your head, your neck. That is the truth. But because I'm not God, God knows why he's God. You go, you know. The Bible also talks about somebody who knows that this is a sin and you intentionally go and do it. The Bible says he will not forgive you for that. The Spirit of God will not forgive you for knowing that something is evil. Intentionally, you intentionally did it. Knowing that it is sin, and you went intentionally to do it. Go and look for that quotation. Google it. God forgives every sin. But it's sin that you intentionally did it. Go and Google. Google and ask Google that sin that you intentionally do it. What Bible quotation says that a sin that you have intentionally you've done it, intentionally sin. What does God says about that? And let Google tell you about it. You have intentionally done it. You intentionally want to do it. And you are intentionally doing it. You are intentionally provoking somebody. That is a sin. Intentional sin. Intentional. And when the person will talk, you say, oh, my wife doesn't respect. My wife doesn't respect. So you're looking for somebody to respect you. That's why you are cheating. Wait until you see that one too doesn't respect. Then you learn how to treat your wife at home. Because when you have something and you treat it preciously, it will remain precious. But if you see that thing in your hands, you don't see it as a precious thing, you will never give that thing honor. That is how it is. If you honor something, if something is precious in your eyes, you will always honor it. You treat it right. Nobody take parish bowl and throw it because you know that it will break. But if you take a plastic bowl, you can throw it and nothing will happen to it. You just take it and wash it and use it again when you want. You can abuse you can abuse plastic bowl, but you cannot abuse parish bowl. That is what it is. You can throw away plastic bowl. When you finish, you don't need it, you throw it away. When you need it, you run back to manipulate it and get it back. But a parish bowl, when I was growing up, there is a bowl that we call it parish bowl. Those of you that do not know, anybody that is 40 years old knows and above knows parish bowl, a parish bowl. Our parents used to cook, and that's what they serve our daddies in, and our granddaddies. They serve them food in that parish bowl. Let me pass here. So, if you throw a parish bowl, you know that a parish bowl is a delicate thing. Yeah, so it's made with ceramics. If you throw it, it will break. So if your relationship, if your wife is important to you, you will honor that wife. You will treat her like how a parish bowl is treated. You will not throw it like plastic bowl whenever you want and grab it again whenever you want. No. At that age, treat your wife right, because that is the time that both of you should be living a peaceful life. That is the time. Your peaceful life starts from that time. Some people are playing music about, so it's not me who YouTube. So please, if you heard any music, it's not me who intentionally went there. I'm walking through the bushes. So hey, so that's it. Listen, at the age from 40 years going, 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, 55, 60, up going, you're already dying. You understand? So please, that is not the time that you will be frustrating your wife. That is not the time that you will be making your wife feel as if she's nothing. Ha! Do you know what that woman has been through? Do you have any idea what that woman has been through from their childhood to that age that she is? Do you know the kind of bullying that woman has been through from their childhood? Do you know the kind of abuse the woman has been through from her childhood? That she is at the age that she is now. And you too want to sit on... What is the problem? What is it? What is the problem? A wife is supposed to treat a woman like a husband is supposed to treat the wife like a treasure that a wife is. That's the truth. In fact, women are supposed to treat their husbands as treasure as well. Peace should reign. Peace. Peace. At that age, you need peace. Peace is what you need at that age. Peace. And you don't get peace by behaving badly towards your wife. You get peace by behaving as a gentleman, as a godly man, as a leader who is impacting good character into children. The Bible says a husband is supposed to purge the wife. You have to purge your wife clean, blameless. You should present your wife to God blameless. If you, as a husband, you are not walking according to the will of God, how can you lead you and guide your wife the way she's supposed to be led and guided? How? 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 German person will say, beantwortlich. You have to be beantwortlich. The English word has left me. Literally, it is accountability. Yes, be accountable, because God will make you. God will ask you what you did with that woman, how you guided that woman, what you did emotionally to that woman, psychologically. What training did you give that woman? You are giving that training by you are treating your wife like a child, like a house help. Gra 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 gra. And you want peace of mind. For the sake of the children, so that the children will not end up going into places they shouldn't go, so that the children will not end up being vagabonds, so that the children will not end up doing things that they are not supposed to be doing. You, as a husband, at that age, you have a huge responsibility on your shoulders. You, as a husband, at the age of 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, you have a huge responsibility on your shoulders. You have a huge responsibility on your shoulders. God is expecting you to treat your wife right, or your prayers will be hindered. And the same God is expecting you to be a good father to your children so that they will learn. Do you know that if a man does not treat their wife right and children are looking at it, the children also take after the father, because they believe that that is how it's supposed to be. Whatever you are doing, they are watching. You don't actually need to sit down to tell them that, do it this way, do it this way. They are watching what you're doing, and they will take after you. So be warned. Don't destroy the children. Don't destroy the children at your age, because they will come against you. They will rise up against you when you destroy them. The time that you are looking for them to be there for you, they will not be there for you. The time that you be looking for your children to be there for you, they will not. Because they will remember, so my daddy was doing this. Let me tell you a story. When I was coming from Germany to this country, there was a pastor. He's a pastor, so listen to it very well. That told me some things that I did not expect this man to tell me. Even a worldly person a worldly person, if a worldly person asks you such questions and tell you such things, you will say that, okay, because he doesn't fear God, because he doesn't know about God, that's why the person is telling you those things. Yeah. But a pastor, not just any pastor, a big pastor in the Holy Ghost filled church, told me some things. And that those things, like a prophecy, those things also happened. And I thank God that because of good conscience, me myself, me be having a good conscience already, that the conscience that God gave me did not allow me to put myself, the thing I'm talking about is very deep. The thing I'm talking about is very deep, and it's not something I should say in public. You understand? And if it is not the conscience, good conscience that I have, my life would have been a mess in this UK here. All because of an advice from a pastor who is more than 40 years at that time. All because of a bad advice I saw in that man. I saw in that man something that I can say, okay, he's daddy. He's like a dad to me. We as musicians, every pastor is like a dad to us. Yeah? And every pastor's wife is like a mom to us. As a gospel artist, every gospel artist will call any pastor daddy and their wives mommy. Because we work with them. You understand? I can never forget what that man told me, a pastor. So if you are calling somebody your father, your dad, and the person opened their mouth and tell you things that is ungodly, and if you did not have good conscience, you will end up doing those things and you will end up destroying your precious life. Where is this place or that place? You will end up destroying your life. You understand? Sometimes you just have to sit down and ask yourself, at this age, what am I doing? What am I looking for? Am I in the right place? Am I in the right sense of my mind? Am I doing the right thing God expects me to do? As a man, as a husband, as a father figure, am I doing the right thing? Am I telling children the right thing to do? Am I setting good example for my children? You should ask yourself, is it right to be doing what I am doing at this age? You should ask yourself, what is my plan? What is my motive? At that age, ask yourself, especially when you are living in somebody's country. Ask yourself, is this how I want my life to end up? Is it what I want for my children? Will I be happy in my grave seeing my children messed up? It's easy for a child to mess up in this UK. Easy at all. It's so easy. That if you are from a good home and you have good training, your life becomes better. Things becomes easier for you because of how you've seen the kind of background you are coming from. You understand? So you have to ask yourself, this character that I'm showing to my wife, does it bring glory to God, first of all? Is it helpful to my children? Will it be helpful to my community if my children pick this character up? Don't ever think that the character you are showing at that age, you are just doing it to despise your wife. Or to look down upon her, to treat her like how some African people They beat their wife when we were growing. They beat their children when we were growing. They beat them up. And they tell them to keep quiet whilst they are crying. They tell them, keep quiet. So you'll be beaten up and you'll be in silence. That's abuse. That's abuse. Don't treat your wife like that at that age that you are in. The age, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. It's an age that you should be thinking more thinking. You think more at that age. You plan more at that age. You don't waste your time on things that will bring you regret, deep regret. Because at the age of 40, 45, you're supposed to be, at that time, that age of 40, 45, you should have been able to build your dream house at that age. Because 50, your strength is going down. 55, your strength is going down. 60, you are nearly dying. You're nearly going into your grave. You understand? Those are the times that you have to sit down and enjoy your life. But at the age that you're supposed to be enjoying your life, because you have already gotten everything you needed, if that is the age you want to be behaving, going back to your age of 20s and 30s, I'm sorry for you. You're not looking for any beautiful future. You're not. You're not looking forward to have any beautiful future. If at the age of 40, you want to behave like when you were 20 years old. Unfortunately, you're not planning to have any beautiful future. Any peaceful future, you're not planning to have it. So at that age that you have reached, what you need to do is to make sure that you have peace in your home, your marriage. You've given your wife peace, joy, and she's also giving you back peace and joy. You should be giving your wife peace and joy at that age. Okay. That's the truth. You and your wife, both of you, will be planning on how you'll be retiring beautifully. That is not the age that you'll be jumping back to how you used to be. Because it wouldn't bring you any glory. It wouldn't bring you any glory. Okay? At that time, you should be looking forward to be advising your children and be looking forward to seeing your children doing well. 40, 45, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 going. That is the time you should be looking forward to be seeing your children, good things happening to your children. That's not the time you have to jump back to when you were 28 years old lifestyle. At the age of 40, 45, you've done enough. Life becomes more serious at that age. That is not when you begin searching for woman, new woman. At the age of 40, 45, 50, 60. You understand? To encourage every man that is at the age of 40 upwards. and let you know that nobody will come from anywhere to come and advise you. You have to get up and advise yourself. Because at the end of the day, sorry for the noise. At the end of the day, you will be the one that will suffer your consequences. You see, when you are weak and there is no child around you, when you are weak, when you torment your wife and your wife says, what is it? Go, let me go my way. It's over. There is no marriage in heaven, and the wife decided, you know what, I have had enough, I'm done. I'm going to leave, stay on my own and take care of my children and my grandchildren. What would you do? You continue to carry your langa everywhere. Because a woman can be fed up too, you know. A woman can be tired too. A woman can be tired too. It does not matter whether the woman is a Christian, the woman is a whatever. If Jehovah him is staying in the woman's heart, like the woman is moving, when the woman moves his leg, Jehovah is moving his leg. The woman is a human being. The woman can be tired too. You understand? So sometimes at a particular age, you just stop doing some things. Stop doing some things. Sit down and remember everything that you've been through. Everything you've been through from your childhood. And how long you have been with your wife. How many children you have raised together. What's the suffering, the up and down, the pain, the sorrow. Everything you've been through together. And ask yourself, is it worthy throwing it away? Just because you want to remove somebody's pant. Just because of one stranger. Is it worthy throwing it away? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. There was a man and a baby passing by. The baby is in front of me. Ask yourself, is it worthy throwing everything you have suffered together with that woman away? No. No. You've been through a lot of pain. Midnight cry. Tears running on your pillow. Silent pain in you. Everything you have endured. This is the time you need to live good with that woman. This is the time you need to make that woman know that, hey, I remember every pain that I suffered and every teardrop that came out of my eyes because I have decided to be with you. So I'm putting things right, I'm making things right so that I will enjoy my labor. This is the time. You have to tell yourself that I will enjoy my labor. The disrespect you have given me as a husband for all these years and how I tolerated you, I am going to put things right so I will enjoy my labor. You understand? So, my dear brothers, I didn't come on you to bash you, but I came to encourage you, for you guys to just do the right things. Do the right things. Do the right thing. Sorry, there's a taxi driver trying to look at me, slowing down his car. I don't know what he's looking at. I believe he's more than 40 years too. You should come and listen. So you see, your sister didn't come here to just talk anyhow. I came today to pour my heart out to you, to tell you that everything you have suffered in that marriage, you deserve to reap what you have sowed. Okay? Some of you have taken care of children that you did not bear yourself. You did not give birth to yourself. And you have suffered a lot to take care of them. You've labored. Some of these children, fathers are no more. Some of them, their fathers are still there, but obviously, for obvious reasons, they did not stay to take care of them. And you have labored to take care of those children. Reap what you have sowed. Reap the good things you have sowed. Don't throw in the towel, no matter what it is. There is no better woman anywhere. The one you have, if you take good care of her, she will be more than what your imaginations and your dreams are looking for. All right? You'll be thinking that the grass is greener somewhere else. If you water it, it will be greener just in front of you. So water it. Spend your time to water it. Instead of thinking that, oh, this grass is no longer green here, so I am going to look for the greener one so that I will enjoy it. That greener one that you want to go and look for, the sun can also hit it. Have you sat down to ask yourself, why is this one no longer greener as it used to be? There is certainly something that you have been doing to that green grass. That's why it's no longer greener the way it used to do. Or there is certainly some stress that has happened. Definitely something has happened to that grass. That's why it's no longer green. So water it up where you are and it will be green. Greener than what you are even looking at outside. God bless you. And may God give you more wisdom to love your wife, cherish your wife and your family, and treat them right. So that your good examples will be left behind for your children, but not bad examples that they will also take to go to other children's life to marry them in the nearest future. All right? Teach them the right things. God bless you. And I'll see you another time. I love you and Jesus loves you. Take this as an advice, but don't take it as Amy came to rant against us. I did not come to rant against you. I came to advise. All right? Came to advise you as my brothers. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye-bye.